Elect Ladies Corner is entitled this week, What is Greatest? God Loving You or You Loving God? Many times we put much emphasis on how much God loves us, but little emphasis is regarded on how much we love God. One of the first scriptures we memorize or stand on regarding God's love towards us is St. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Other scriptures that emphasize his love toward us would be 1 John 3:1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. St. John 15:14. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Romans 5:8. But God commended his love toward us, in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Jeremiah 31:3. The Lord have appeared of old unto me, saying, Yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn thee. Ephesians 2:8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God. And many, many others we can add. But what about your love towards God? Is that important? I believe so. Jesus was asked the question, what is the greatest commandment? It's interesting, Jesus did not respond, how much I love you, or how much knowledge or wisdom you can attain, or how many people you can witness to. Neither was it the grace of God. But Matthew 22, verses 36 through 38 says, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. Also, Deuteronomy 6, verses 5 through 6 says, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thine soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. So it appears it is not enough for you to just know God loves you, but it is greatest to know how much you love God. God's love is a fact and is obvious in our daily lives, based on what we see and have experienced through his mercy, his kindness, and his forgiveness. So is there any requirements on our part? Yes. According to St. John 14:15, Jesus said, If ye love me, keep my commandments. God said to Abraham, after he offered his son Isaac as a sacrifice, For now I know that thou fearest or lovest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, from me. Also, Jesus said to Peter, after he rose from the dead, and Peter had denied him 3 times, he said to Peter, Lovest thou me more than these? 3 times Jesus asked Peter this, but Jesus' greatest emphasis was on Peter's love towards him, and not how much Jesus loved him. So I encourage you to make sure your love relationship to God is preeminent in your life, because God considers this the greatest commandment. Especially during this time of quarantine, you should make God a priority by drawing closer to him in prayer, worship, and obedience to his word. Lastly, Revelations 2:4 says, Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. So for some, I encourage you to return to God wholeheartedly. He's always loved you, but how much do you love him? He's waiting with outstretched arms. Again, this is Prophetess Elect Lady Owens signing out. Be blessed and be safe.